Good afternoon, class. I hope you're all staying very cool in this very hot weather. I wanted to get with you to talk a little bit about what you can expect in modules 5 and 6. I know a lot of you are finishing up module 4 right now, and I have to tell you that the work quality has been very good. Quite gratifying for me to see a lot of the things that you've absorbed during this class. Makes me want to keep going. So anyway, pay attention to the announcement that I sent yesterday, and let me talk a little bit about what's going to happen in modules 5 and 6. But before I do that, I would like to go back to the subject of Grammarly. Now, you guys are some very, very good writers, but occasionally, not all the time, I see that there's some punctuation or syntax errors, grammar errors, period. Do yourself a big favor and run things through Grammarly, because it does two things. It polishes up, makes your present work sparkle. And then secondly, it teaches you, because it shows you what you might have done better with in punctuation, etc. So I want to ask all of you in your assignments that you'll be turning in the future, especially your research paper, to run everything through Grammarly. Okay, so now about modules 5 and 6. Well, first of all, this is where really it all comes together. And again, it's bringing it all together after all these hours of study. So in module number 5, we'll be talking more about people, and module number 6. And I will continue with the subject of performance reviews. I want to make sure that you understand most of the things that companies or people do incorrectly, managers in particular, and what constitutes a very good performance review. So this is extremely important if you're trying to develop your people. I'll give you examples of bad reviews and bad processes, and you can ask yourself, has this ever happened to me, or have I ever done this? Then we'll move on to leadership and management styles. Some managers are autocratic, some are directed, some are laissez-faire. I don't think I pronounced that correctly, laissez-faire. And you'll be able to get a good look at different styles and understand which one is appropriate for the situation you might find yourself in. And then we have two terrific subjects. Number one is situational leadership, and that is the work of Ken Blanchard and Paul Hersey. This has been around for, Lord knows, maybe 25 years. But I find it one of the most appropriate management tools for making sure that we respond with a management approach based on the competencies and motivation of the people that work for you. Then the second one is we're going to look at Myers-Briggs, and this has to do with different personality types. And this may answer a lot of those questions that you have had over the years, such as when you're at a meeting, why doesn't this person say anything? Or when you're in that same meeting, this person over here won't be quiet. Extroverted behavior and introverted, and there's many other categories. I'll be teaching you about those. So when you're done between situational leadership and also Myers-Briggs, you're going to get a very, very good understanding of what's going on inside the head and the heart and the soul of your employees, so you can adjust your management style accordingly. Then we'll move on to module number 6. And here I'm going to enable you to construct the format which would enable you to do effective PLOC. And then we're going to talk about management objectives, management standards, goals, so on and so forth. And then we'll get into organizational structures. Which organizations, the way they are put together, work the best. And then we'll touch briefly on managerial ethics. And that'll take us to the end of the course. I have streamlined weekend number 6 So what you're going to be turning in is a research paper, and I think a reflection paper. And I think that'll be about it. I think you've worked real hard this course. Let's see it all come together with your research paper. And remember, with your research paper, what I'm looking for right now is a thesis statement and an abstract to prove your subject. Remember one thing, some of the best papers start with a question, or some of the best papers, sorry, I have to take the cap off. Some of the best papers compare and contrast different things. And that might be especially good in this course because you had different points of view on management. What's the difference between them? Which one do you think are the best? Which are the pros and which are the cons, etc. So it's not as difficult as you think. So brush up on your writing skills and also your bibliography control and your plagiarism control, and use Grammarly to make sure you turn in a quality paper, something that's the culmination of all the work that you've been doing this whole semester. And I'm really looking forward for some great work from all of you. I do appreciate it. You can see also I put it in my announcement yesterday. I put a couple bonus projects in there. So please take advantage of that. And also, as you go through the PowerPoints for modules 5 and 6, please note that I've given you the URL addresses for some very, very good experts that I'd like you to review. They're not long, these videos, but it'll add to what I'm explaining. So that's about it. We're coming near the end of the trail. Please contact me if you have any problems or you would like to clarify a couple of points. And I want to wish you all the best. And by the way, next semester, I'll be teaching a hybrid course, which is week number 1, week number 6 in person on campus at Doheny, and then the others will be online. So you might be interested in that subject if you're a business major, and I already know that some of you have signed up, so I'll look forward to seeing you again. Finally, do not forget to fill out the course evaluation. I want to know what you think of me. It motivates me if you're encouraging, and if there's criticism, it makes me soul search to do a better job. So that's about it. I want to thank you for being such great students. The Mount will be opening up again in a few weeks, and I want to wish you nothing but the best. Thanks again for going to Mount St. Mary's.